Hey kids, welcome to Mind Your Maths. So today we are going to solve a problem which is from the primary 5. I'll read it out for all of our understanding. There were twice as many carnations as roses in a flower shop. After selling 50 carnations and 10 roses, there were 3 times as many roses as carnations left in the shop. How many roses were there in the shop at first? So this is the problem, right? So now this problem, as I always say, that you read it as many times as you want until you understand it well, right? So now this problem can be solved using 2 methods. One is model method as well as the algebraic method, right? So in this video we are going to see how to solve using model method. But if you're not interested in the model method and you want to know how to solve using algebraic method, there's a link given in the description of this video. Please feel free to click that link and then watch how to solve using the algebraic method. So let's continue to solve using the model method here. So as for the problem, there are 2 types of flowers given, or rather compared, right? So one is the carnation, another one is roses, right? So let's write it in a ratio form so that we can understand it better. So when the shop was opened, right, there were 2 types of flowers. One is carnations, and then carnations, let's take it as C, and roses as R. Yeah, C is to R. Yeah, so when the shop was opened, there were 2 times the carnations as the roses, which means there were 1 unit of rose and 2 units of carnations. Yeah, so for a change, what we do is, right, so we just take the because there was a sale also, right? So what we take is that before unit and after unit, because there is a change in between which happened via the sale that happened, right? Okay, so let's take this as a BU, before unit. Yeah, so if we take that as a BU, so let's write it as 1 BU, and then carnations were 2 BU, right? And there is a sale happened, which is like 50 carnations were sold off and 10 roses were sold off, which is minus, which is subtracted, right, which is sold off, so we just take it out, right? So after that happened, let me write it here, sale, right? So now after the sale happened, what happens is that there were, as for the problem, what it says, there were 3 times as many roses as the carnations. So now the carnations has become smaller, and the roses, the number is kind of more, right? So after sale, we take it as after unit. Yeah, after unit. So now the carnation was only 1, so 1 after unit, and the roses were 3 times of the carnation, so 3 AU, right? 3 AU, right? So the units before sale, both the side is like the BU is same size, and after sale the AU is same size on both sides. So let's use the model method. Let's draw the diagram to represent before and after sale. Yeah, so let's draw the diagram. Yeah, so we have, for example, this one is carnations and this is roses. So rose before sale was 1 unit, right? That was 1 unit, but the carnation had 2 units of the same size, right? Right, now there was a sale of here 50, here 10. So after the sale, what happened was this became 1 unit, this one is like BU, and let's say this one is AU, this one is sale, right? So this became 1, and whatever was left, it is obviously less than this unit, but it is still smaller box, right? So we just write it a little smaller to just represent that there was a sale. So this unit, right, this unit is 1, and then this unit was 3, right? After sale, this unit was 3. After sale unit was 3, right? So now let's just from this ratio and this diagram, what happens is that the before unit, right, the before unit of the Carnations, right, 2 BU minus 50 became 1 after unit, right? That's what. So this one was 2 BU, and then minus 50 became 1 after unit. Yeah, so let's write it as an equation, right? So which means, right, 2 BU minus 50 equals to 1 AU, 1 after unit, right? 1 after unit. So now this looks like V, but this is U, guys. Yeah, sorry for the handwriting. Okay, so now let's look at here. So this was 1 unit, but after the 10 roses were sold off, this become like 3 after units. Yeah, because this unit is equivalent to, it is compared to the after unit of the Carnations. That's why this one is 3 times. Yeah, as per the problem. So if we just translate that into an equation here, so 1 BU minus 10 equals to 3 AU, right? So which is 1 BU minus 10 equals to 3 AU. 3 AU for the roses, right? So let's now simplify using these two equations here, right? So you look at here, so we know what is 1 AU, right? As per these two equations, we know what is 1 AU. 1 AU is equal to 2 BU minus 50, right? So what we can do is, in this 3 AU, we can replace the value for the 1 AU, right? So 1 times AU is actually AU itself. So that's why 3 AU means, so we can just replace the AU value based on this equation, which means, right, 1 BU minus 10 equals to 3 times 2 BU before unit, right, and minus 50. So what we are trying to resolve here is that what was 1 BU, right? Because roses, we need to find the, as per the problem, we need to find how many roses were there at the beginning when the shop was opened, which is what was here, this box. The value of 1 unit is 1 BU is what we need to find. That's why we are solving this problem. Yeah, okay. So in this here, so we have reached so far here. Okay, so 1 BU minus 10 is equals to 3 times like 2 BU minus 50. Yeah, so now let's simplify this one. So let's like multiply the value that is inside the bracket using the 3, right? So if we do that, so this becomes 3 times 2, 6. 6 BU minus 3 times 50 is 150. So again, this is a positive number, this is a negative number. That's why, like, positive times negative is still negative as per the math rule, and 3 times 50 is 150. So 1 BU minus 10 is equals to 6 BU minus 50, right? So now this equation can be simplified in many ways, but how I teach you is that let's bring all the in the values that has BU to one side and all the number to the one side again, right? In other words, let's bring the 6BU to the left side, right? And the minus 10 to the right side. Yeah? So, or we can do the other way also. We can bring the 6BU, the 1BU to the other side and this 150 to one side. So that what we do is we bring all the numbers to one side and all the values with the BU on the other side, so that we could easily find the BU, the value of BU, right? Okay, so let's, in this case, what we do is, because the number for BU is less here and more here, let's move the lesser number to this side, and then we have to then move the number, because we choose to move this one the other side, we move the number 150 to this side. Yeah, so let's see how it translates into, right? So in that case, what happens is that when we bring this BU to the other side, what happens is it becomes negative number. Yeah, so which means 6BU minus 1BU, right? So minus 1BU, right? 1BU. Maybe I'll write one more step. I'll just you know, at one step I will just move only the number, the value with the BU to one side, and then I will leave the 150 as it is, and the left side we are left with only 10, minus 10, right? Okay, so now in the next step what we do is we bring this number to this side. Yeah, so what happens is that, I'll write it here. If we bring the 150 to the left side of the equation, this one becomes positive number. Yeah, so that is another rule again, which I will explain in another video, that if a positive number goes you know, the other side of the equation, the sign changes to the opposite of what it has originally, right? This was a positive, so when we moved here it became negative, right? Now this is negative, when we move to this side it becomes positive, because value when it moves like after or before the equation, the equal sign, the sign will change. Yeah, okay, so now here we bring the 150 to this side, so it becomes positive number. So 150 minus 10 equals to 6BU minus 1BU, 6BU minus 1BU, right? So 150 minus 10 is what? Yes, 140, because we just subtract it, equals to 6BU minus 1BU, which is 5BU, right? So from here, if we need to find the value of BU, what we do is, right, BU equals to 140 divided by 5, right? So this is another rule again, because this is 5 times BU. It's a multiplication, right? So to find the BU value, what we do is we just keep the BU and then bring the 5 to this side. So because this is, we are bringing from a multiplication, this becomes a division here on the other side. Yeah, so that's why we are dividing the 5. Yeah, we're dividing using the 5. Yeah, so now 140 divided by 5 is how much? Let's just do it using our normal method of dividing, right? So 5, so in 1 there is no 5, take the 4 as well. So 2 times 5 is what? 10. Yes, now the remainder is 4, and then we bring down the 0. So now in 40, how many 5s are there? Yes, 8 5s. So 8 times 5 is 40, and then the remainder is 0. So the answer is what? 28. So before unit is 28. Let's check now, what do we need to actually find as per the problem is, how many roses were there when the shop was opened originally, right? So which was only 1 BU, right? Which was only 1 BU, which is this box, right? So we found 1 BU. BU or 1 BU is the same, right? 1 time BU is BU actually. So BU is equal to 28. So the roses were equals to 28. So that is the answer. Right, guys? So that is the answer, right? So we have solved this problem using the model method, right? Okay, guys. So if you like this video and if you need to suggest anything on this one, please leave a comment in my comment box of this video, and also please make sure you subscribe this video and press the bell button to get the latest video notified to you. Yeah, and thanks once again, guys, for watching.